What's going on? What's going on, guys? Vitaly the Bean is here. Welcome back to another episode of Today's in Crypto Show. So many things are happening in the crypto space. Today in this episode, I will share with you the mother of all golden crosses for the price of Bitcoin. What does it mean in the short term, in the long term? Where are we in this cycle right now for the price of Bitcoin? We'll cover in today's episode. Also right now is the hottest, biggest pre-sale of $30 million of a huge decentralized web gaming platform, the huge $450 billion industry. Will cover that, where we stand right now. It's almost sold out already. I'll share with you what it means for the crisis in the US right now, as they might be possibly defaulting for the first time in the USA history on its national debt, and what does it mean for you and for the people around the world. Now we'll cover some amazing news, what can drive the narrative for the next 2 years for the bull run market, and as well other news. Buckle up, it's time for today's in crypto show. So I want to start with the price of Bitcoin. This is a 3-day chart, and you can see the two moving average line. One is the 50 moving average line, one is the 200 of this 3-day period moving average line. Now you can see that this has never been a false signal. Anytime that we see during the cycles of the bears and the bulls, when we see that the blue line is going below the green line, now this is a disaster. We see prices plummet by 50-60%. And whenever we see that the blue line is above the green line, this is where we see the start of a crazy bull market run. It's happened every single time in the history. This was 2015 when we saw this cross down, the prices crashed. Then we saw this the blue above the green. We saw that the blue line served as a support all the way to the peak of 2017. Then we crashed again when we went below this blue line. It's game over. We went into bearish territory, and then when this cross happened, we plummeted another 50%. And then what happened next? We have the first phase of the bull market. All the bulls got excited. All the bears thought, okay, it's not gonna last. So there was this. Both of them were wrong about where they are in the cycle, and there was like quite a lengthy period of time until this first phase of the bull market. It took a significant amount of time, since June 2019 all the way to October 2020, to actually pass this mark up here. And when we have this cross right here, now this was an anomaly a little bit with the COVID crash, but altogether we quickly recovered, and then it never crossed again like this. So we had off to the races for the bull market. Where we are right now, once we got below this blue line, that's when trouble happened. We went to the bear market, and when we crossed right here, we plummeted in price. So far so good. We are on track toward this amazing golden cross that can happen somewhere in the middle of August, right? So what needs to happen right here? We need to be supported by this blue line. We should not cross the blue line, which is the $25,000. If Bitcoin fails to have a support for this line, if it goes below $25,000, well, the bull market is over before it started, right? It should not cross this blue line. But right here we are between the green and blue line right now and the moment, and the cross. When the cross is gonna happen, right, what we want to see is a scenario where we get a support of this green line. Okay, so basically we want to get above the green line and then have the green line as a support. So right now we enter the $31,000 mark for the price of Bitcoin. It may take many months until we cross this $31,000. So in the meanwhile, this is accumulation phase. I have no doubt, absolutely no doubts, that we are going to cross the $31,000 mark for Bitcoin price, and we're going to move much higher than 31,000. because we have the halving happening on the 17th of April 2024. This is this line right there, and you know what happens when we reach the halving event. The prices starts to go parabolic. So you have some time. I don't know when the prices are going to finally reach above the $31,000. It may be towards the end of this year or in the beginning of the next year. It could take some time. We'll have some volatility, some prices going up and down between $30,000 and $25,000 approximately in the next coming few months ahead of us. But watch out for this golden cross. When this golden cross is happening, then we really enter, just like in 2015. Look at the 2015 when this cross happened. We held it as support, the blue line, and we were off to the races for the amazing bull market run. Okay, so that's what anticipated with that. Now you see that the Bitcoin realized hodl wave show beautifully just how early we are in the cycle. The curve is starting to shift as we leave the cycle bottom in the past and bring on new holders. So what I'm doing and what I think is wise to do right now is to accumulate good projects and to basically build up your portfolio, because the bull run is going to come and it's going to be powerful, but you still have time to accumulate your positions because we did not enter into the parabolic phase of the bull market just yet. Now look at the price of ULX. Ultron blockchain is exploded in the past 7-8 days for approximately 50%, and that is because of the pre-sale of the Lotto Day that is going live right now. Only $500,000 still left in the stage 1, and what it means is the first time ever that you can co-own and actually have a revenue share of the global lottery pre-sale that's built on 5 blockchains: the Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum, Polygon, Tron, and Ultron, and essentially available to the mobile users as well. 3.6 billion users with a minimum jackpot of 1 million USDT. That's the minimum. With all the tickets, it can go to 5, 7, 10 million dollars and above, audited by Certic and secured by Chainlink. We're talking about an opportunity to own a 10% revenue share of every single ticket sold worldwide. So depending on the amount of tickets sold for the lottery, that's how much is going to be distributed for the $30 million pre-sale. And with these NFTs, you can get up to 8x payout depending on the NFT, which is incredible. And however, you know, your stage and basically which NFT is determines, and the tickets sold determines how much of the daily payout you get. So we have still stage 1 is live with the 2 times faster payout in the first stage of $10 million, which means that every NFT will pay out 2 times more. So you can go and learn more details about it at cryptowealthsystem.com at Lotto Day /Lotto Day. So if you go to this website, you're gonna see an 8-minute video showing more details about how it works and how you can capitalize on this opportunity. Okay, now moving on into the US country. So the House is gonna vote urgently for the needed debt ceiling suspension. So basically right now USA is in trouble. It owns $31.4 trillion in debt, right? And it's going to default on their payments to the creditors if they're not going to raise the debt ceiling, how much debt USA is allowed to. Basically, what I want to do is agree for until 2025 to increase the debt ceiling to not default, because if they default on June 5th, then basically it can throw a chaos in the USA economy and in the global economy. So to prevent that, I think they are going to reach a resolution, but what it means is a ticking bomb. And in 2025, we're going to see a crisis. I mean, how many times more you can lift the debt ceiling? And if you lend money to the USA government, if you are a bank or if you are a person and you buy those government bonds with a promise to pay, well, think about that. They're raising funds with those bonds, right, in order to cover their liabilities. But their liabilities are growing more and more and more. They're spending more and more, and basically they are on the brinks of default. So I don't know about owning these bonds from the USA, but what can happen right now is they likely to agree until June 5th, and that will mean that the world is not going to go into chaos, at least for now, for the next 2 years or so, and then the house of cards might collapse. Okay, so with that latest development, the proposed 30% crypto mining tax is being dropped in the USA. So miners, if you're in USA, you can be more calm, you can continue doing your Bitcoin mining operation. Now, where is the next bull market cycle is gonna come? China has been the catalyst of a lot of the crypto movements, because essentially the ban on the crypto in China failed, right? The Chinese miners have continued to mine, and you can see right now they still take a very significant portion of the mining operation. But now Hong Kong, which is part of China, gives a green light to retail access to crypto platforms as guardrails are finalized. So they basically allow everything crypto custody, crypto trading, crypto innovation. Right now they're also launched the first crypto ETF, and they are in collaboration with the UAE central banks for the crypto rules in the fintech development. So pretty cool development. We see China reverses course on NFTs with its own platform launch. So basically good stuff is coming from China. Okay, now we have a development against Band.eth and the PSYOP tokens. Hopefully you're not participating in that. You know, there's been several of these pre-sales of these tokens, the Band token, the PSYOP, and the Loyal. That was the recent one, and have been these people for the pre-sale of these meme coins have sent directly to the owner of this address. Basically, he's holding right now 10,946 Ethereum, equivalent to $20.8 million. Pretty big amounts, and they're right now being charged for the manipulation and being threatened to file a class action against by the Mike Kanovitz against basically ETH that ban. And you can see what happened to PSYOP. It was like a pump and a dump, and that's what usually happens with the meme coins, right? You have the pump and we have the dump. Look at what happened to Pepe. It had a huge pump and then a huge dump as well. The dump from the peak that we see on Pepe right now is 65% or so, right? So it's pretty significant dump. So that's what happens in the meme coins. Now, a lot of people try to manipulate and basically take advantage. And look at this. One influencer said, send Ethereum here, you get nothing. So the wallet address, you get nothing. That ETH currently holds a balance of 411 Ethereum worth $780,000. Are people so dumb in order to basically go and put put something? I mean, there is basically donations, right? You get nothing. That is. It's pretty funny what is happening in the crypto space. Anyways, the former SEC chief warns influencers about prosecution for crypto price manipulation. You know, trying to warn the influencers to basically not engage in manipulating the prices, which a lot of influencers they do. They buy the bags. They go and shield the projects and the coins, and then the coins go up, and then they sell their stash, and that's how they make their money, and that's basically against the SEC. So that's a warning that is going out to all the crypto influencers out there. Now, the sensation of the Bitcoin ordinals is going on since this development of the BRC standard. In March, we have the Bitcoin ordinals bridging Ethereum NFT with the launch of BRC 721E. So that means that all these Ethereum NFTs can actually be transitions and transferred into the BRC tokens, into the BRC-721E standard, and the bridge is now live. Absolutely incredible development. Most of the NFTs are on the Ethereum network, and now it seems like you can also host all of those NFTs and inscribe them to the Bitcoin ordinals with the use of the bridge. What smart people are not just doing for it's incredible. And of course there are skeptics and Bitcoin maximalists who thinks it's a waste and it makes the Bitcoin blockchain slower and basically pay more gas fees. But from the other side, it's also so cool that you have on the biggest blockchain ever, Bitcoin, to have directly those inscriptions and NFTs reside. Now, you know that the bull market is coming because the controversial stablecoin issuer Tether is planning to start mining Bitcoin. Think about that. So Tether, that holds billions of dollars, is actually investing in Bitcoin mining. That means that there is a lot of money to be made in Bitcoin mining. Of course, if the price of Bitcoin is gonna go to 30, 40, 50, $60,000. So what you mine right now is amazing, right? It's amazing. The competition is getting bigger there for the Bitcoin miners, and everybody's anticipated for the next big bull market in the prices of Bitcoin. Okay, so that's what I wanted to cover today. I hope you are doing great. I hope you feel fantastic on this Wednesday. I'm hosting a masterclass today on the Ultron Swap on how to use the DEX, how to use the DEXs so you can really become more of a DeFi master and understand how all of this works. And by the way, this is also interesting as an Ultron Swap. Right now there are more pairs that essentially been added to the farm. There are right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pairs that gives an APR of up to 136%, which is pretty incredible. And yeah, it's rather cool, and I teach how to take advantage of that. So I hope you feel great, and I will see you in the next episode of today's In Crypto Show.